main riff is in B minor. We've got the 7th fret with the 3rd finger, then to the 5th fret of the A, back down to the 7th fret, then back to the A string 5th fret. Then from there we're playing the 7th fret of the A string, and then back down to the 5th fret of the A string. Okay, now that part gets repeated for 3 bars. So it's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 2nd bar, 3rd bar, and then the next bit changes. We play the 7th fret, 5, 7 on the A, and then we slide or shift up to the 9th fret of the A string. That will sound like this. Then we play the 7th fret of the A string, and then from there we can then do this really nice rolling technique. So rolling technique is where we're placing the pad of the finger onto the D string, and just make sure the tip of the finger's touching the A. The idea with this is you can just use the ball of the finger to kind of move onto the A string. There's no gap in between each note. It's nice and smooth. That's the only way to achieve it when you're playing 2 different notes on an adjacent string. So, and then the last note is the 5th fret of the A string. So for the guitar 2, we're playing this over the intro and also on verse 2. And we also play that at the very end as well. We're playing the 7th fret with a mini bar. We're placing our first finger across 2 strings, the B and the E. And we're doing a down up strum, a mute after. And then we go down to the 5th fret and we give that 1 strum. This is on beats 2 and for the 7th frets, and then beat 4 for the 5th fret. So that would sound like this: 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4, 1. Which will sound like this. And then when the chorus comes in, all we do is play the 7th fret of the E string and then stop dead. So for the bridge section, we've got an entirely different section. We're playing all 5th chords. We have B5, G5 and E5. Now watch Alex Turner play this, and he's indeed using these inversions for these chords. So for the B5, we've got 7, 9, 9 off the E, A and D. I'm using my 1st, 3rd and 4th fingers, and then I'm trying to use my index finger to lay flat and mute the top 3 strings. So you can do a perfect round on that, which is going through each string, making sure each note rings through. From there, we're going down to G5, which is the same shape. And then we're going all the way up to the 7th fret, but this time off the A string. Same shape applies, but we're going from A string, so we're going 7, 9, 9 off the A. This one is a little bit harder. We've got then use the tip of the finger to mute the low E string. So again, you want to do your perfect rounds, going through each string, making sure each note rings through. So rhythm-wise, we're playing 8th notes, which is 2 notes per beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, that will be 1 whole bar, and we're doing B5 for 2 bars. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then down to G5 for 2 bars. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then up to E5, the 7th fret of the A string, remember, and we're doing that for 2 bars. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to B5. So we've got 1 whole bar, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then on a... So I'm just editing this tutorial and I've just realised I've just played something wrong. So on the B5 we're going, and then we go to the 5th fret of the high E string. You could play it here. The bass line's going 5, 6, 7 on the A string, so you end up hearing this. And then into the next bit. We'll rejoin the video. So you got first time on its own, second time with vocals, and then on the third time it's where you start to hear a heavier section. Then on the 4th time round, we do something very similar. We're going B5. So on the very last part, we're just playing the guitar 2 part from the intro and verse 2, which will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we do that 8 times in total, and then we end on the 7th fret of the top 2 strings, and then slide down. Now, once you've got that, you can add in the chocks. You'll hear that on the record, which is on beat 1 and the and, so 1 and then you play 2 and. So 2 and then when you go down to the 5, we do an upstroke and then down on the 5. So that'll be 1 and 2 and 2 and 4. So now you've gone through that, here's a playlist of all my indie rock tracks that I've done. Go and check out some of them. If you like what I do here, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment on any track that you want me to transcribe.